Hey, this is Bobby from Alto Music, and I'm sitting here with Peter from Heritage Audio, and we're going to go through the MCM series mixers. Peter, let's start with the MCM8. Talk about what sets the power supply technology in this rack apart.
Yeah, well, the MCM8 is a summing mixer, but it's also a 500 series enclosure. What is special about all our 500 series enclosure is they feature on-slot technology, which means power is delivered on a per slot basis. So each different module has its different power supply. So we think is the best way to integrate different manufacturers' modules in the same box, because otherwise you can never know what's going to happen. A special module can drag a lot of current and is affecting the way the others are performing, or you can even have noise problems through the ground system. In this way, all the modules are isolated, completely isolated from each other, and all they share is the metalwork. So that's special from the MCM8. That's the same technology we use for the OST10, for the OST4, and OST6 500 series boxes. That's special. Apart from that, we have we have a summing mixer. We have 8 channels on the front with faders and pans on every single channel. This is the on-off button. So your 500 series module acts as an insert point on the mixer. So this way you can sum your stems out of the computer and just process them with your favorite 500 series modules. You have a couple of auxiliary inputs on the back, which are unity gain, hard pan left and right. For the stems, you don't need to process, so you don't lose a couple of channels for that matter. The summing topology is what is called passive summing, which means the gain is restored after summing. The gain is restored by sort of a mic grid. So in the topology of the mic grid is that of a 73 style amplifier. So you have output transformers, the same one as you find in our 1073s. And you have a couple of Class A output stages as well, so the sound is there.
That topology is the same that's going through the rest of the MCM series, correct?
Yeah, exactly. The same summing topology is employed on all the family of mixers. With the MCM32, we went giving something more than just a summing mixer. We want to be able to integrate your analog processing into a summing workflow. For example, MCM32 has 32 channels, also fader and pan controls on and off, but you have a balance insert on every single channel. The way it is configured is every row of 8 channels are summed into a stereo subgroup. So this 8 goes to subgroup 1 and 2. This row goes into 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. You have an on-off for each of the subgroups and a stereo insert point as well on the subgroups. So you can, for example, lay your drums here and use your favorite drum compressor on this subgroup bus. And then all the subgroups are passively summed into the master section, which also has an insert point. So you can have your stereo compressor patched in, and the summing topology is exactly the same. You have a 73 mic grid restoring the gain back, so you have all the sound of the vintage concert. There's plenty of D-sub connectors on the back, so you don't need to repatch everything you need to reconfigure. You just, by using the inserts on and off, you can do different configurations without repatching anything. With the MCM 20.4, we did the same concept with the channels. You have less channels, you have 16 channels on the front, but we added auxiliary send facilities. So for example, well, you actually have aux1, aux2 send, these are the levels. You can go pre or post fader. And whenever you don't need aux1 or 2 on a given channel, you can turn it into an aux3 stereo. So there's actually 4 sends. It's 2 mono sends and a stereo send. The stereo send can be used for several things. But for example, you can do a cue mix. You can do a very fast cue mix for musicians. You can do parallel processing using aux3 stereo. For example, you can lay down your drums here, do a mix on aux3, and use the master control of aux3 as a blend control. You have 4 reverb returns on the back, which are actually 4 channels at unity gain, hard pan left or right in pairs, so you don't lose your valuable front channels for just returning the effects. The topology is exactly the same as this one. It depends on your configuration, how you work. If you use Aux Send, I would recommend this kind of mixer. If you don't do that out of the box and you do all your effects in the box, but you want to be able to have that many channels, I would go with this one.
It's a pretty good way to get a classic console into your home studio.
Yeah, exactly. We decided to go much further than just summing out of the box, because we feel having this kind of flexibility will also make your out-of-the-box mixes sound better, because you're able to attenuate all your faders here, be able to give a higher level out of the computer at full resolution, be able to use all your analog processing, which is sleeping when you are mixing in the box, and be able to work as in a big format console.
And like with all your stuff, it's all handmade.
Yeah, exactly. There's all handmade in our own facility in Madrid, Spain. Everything is made in-house. Everything is designed in-house. We are a real manufacturing company, a real design company. We do everything ourselves.
Cool. Well, Peter, thanks.